So me and my daughter are actually single, and we're looking for a good daddy. So if you're single too and you want to be a really good daddy, hit me up.
So let me get this straight. A man gets to work hard all his life, build for himself, and now he has to raise another man's DNA? I don't think so.
A woman has 3 kids. She should be looking for a man who's a lot older, who's already able to take care of her and her 3 kids.
Well, this is the mindset that's killing American dating marketplace. Women are having the kids from the men they want to, and they're having the men that they have to raise their kids. What a tremendous opportunity.
Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Sin, coming back with another one, man. And I really wanted to show y'all that message from Coach Greg Adams, man. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams, always dropping gems, because listen, you got to be careful of the women that think with that type of logic. You know, and it's just like he said in there, you know, these women, they out here, you know, they reckless with their energy, they reckless with their bodies, and you know, they having babies with the men that they think that they want at that time. So, you know, ain't no telling, you know, they could be attracted to, you know, the athletes, you know what I'm saying? You know, they could be attracted to, you know, the motherfuckers that got the hood fame, you know, the drug dealers and all of that shit. They could be attracted to the bad guy. That's always intriguing to them, you know, at that time, wherever they head space is at, you know, in their younger years or, you know, early 20s and all of that shit, when they, you know, attracted to that clout and attention that a lot of these dudes out here getting, you know what I'm saying? You know, and typically the ones that is in that light, you know, they really not looking to, you know, settle down like that in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna throw no shade at the motherfucker that got the hood fame, the clout, the gang bangers and all of that shit, you know, that's out there that's just living their life, you know, but, you know, for the women that may find that intriguing, you know, that may want that and then choose to have babies with these guys, listen, that's on them. At the end of the day, they have to hold themselves accountable. And you got a lot of women that don't want to do that these days. Instead, you know, they having these babies with these guys and they thinking that, you know, that's gonna get them the clout and the attention that they want for them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they're attracted to. You know, they think that you know, that lifestyle is gonna be, you know, good for them, you know, because they with this dude that's getting all the attention. They with the bad guy. You know what I mean? They want the clout that dude may be getting. You know, not realizing that man is not ready to have a family. That man ain't the right person to have kids with. That man ain't nowhere near, you know, just, you know, anywhere close to settling down in his life. You know, and then these women, they get in these situations, they get in these, you know, relationships, these very short relationships, and then when it don't work, they got these babies, you know, they become a baby mama, you know, and then they expect for the guy that they didn't give attention to, or the guy that they didn't want, the guy that wasn't the bad guy, you know, the guy that was still trying to figure out his life, they expect for them to come save them after all of that work that they put in on themselves, you know, and having to grow and figure out life. Of course, you know, not everybody is gonna be like the bad guy early on, or the gangbanger, or the one that jumped off the porch and got the, and you know, that got the money and the clout out here. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of motherfuckers is just young and just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? You young and trying to figure out, you trying to find your place in this world. So you gonna have your ups and downs, you gonna go through your mistakes, you gonna really feel those growing pains, you know, you gonna go through what you have to go through, and then eventually you figure it out, you get on that right track, and you start putting in all this work to level yourself up, to get yourself right. You know what I'm saying? And you stay focused with doing that. And even then, it's like, yo, you know what I mean? When you put in that type of work, that type of effort, you know, you're not gonna be, you know, trying to, you know, settle down for that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I say all the time, a lot of these women, when you wanted them, they didn't even want you. And oftentimes you see a lot of these women that feel like they just settling for the person that they with because they couldn't get that bad guy. They couldn't get that motherfucker that had money. They couldn't get that athlete. They couldn't get that motherfucker that had the clout to settle down with them. You know what I'm saying? So since they couldn't get that, they gonna feel like they settling for you, and they gonna expect you, with all that work that you put in, to get what you got. You know what I mean? To build your foundation, to build your kingdom, to build your finances, to build yourself, which is so hard to do. They expect for you to put in all that work and then give it to them. You know what I mean? After they done lived their life and did what they did and had their children and all of that shit. And now you supposed to come to the rescue. You know, you just got to be very careful with women that have this logic. You know, especially like the second woman said in that clip. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of y'all women that got 2 and 3 kids, blah, 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 you need to go find you an older guy, you know, a guy at the finish line, you know, a guy that got himself together pretty much, a guy that got the money, got the means, that could take care of himself and probably got enough money to be able to take care of family. You need to go find a man like that. You need to go find that so he could take care of you and all that other shit. After she done had, you know, multiple kids with ain't no telling how many different men. You know what I mean? How many different relationships. You know, a lot of these females haven't even given themselves time to heal. So that's why, you know, a lot of times you see these women with multiple baby daddies because they never, you know, learned from the first mistake. Instead, they wanted what they wanted, so they try to find the next guy and then the next guy because, you know, they want what they want. They have their list. They have their standards. So they gonna keep pursuing that. And then when they hit that wall and realize that, hey, now, you know, I got these kids, you know, my looks ain't where they was at. I'm getting older. I need to hurry up because I'm single. I don't have, you know what I mean? I can't get these guys. And what a lot of these women don't realize is that you got women turning 18 every day. And I'm not even on no creep shit. I'm just being honest. It's almost damn near like a farm system where you got these chicks that's going into college, you know, graduating high school. You know what I mean? Just coming, just fresh out the pot. You know, for a lot of these dudes that got themselves together, that's putting in this type of work. Yeah, so why would you choose them? You know what I'm saying? Not trying to be mean, but choose women that's been corrupted. Why would you choose women that's been corrupted? Some of them just ran through. Some of them still hurt. Some of them scarred. Some of them damaged. Why would you choose them over, you know, just women who haven't, you know, been as corrupted as some of these females? You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know, some of them may be younger, haven't had enough experience and all of that other shit. But listen, bro, you know, that can't stop you from you finding like somebody that fits in great with, you know, your vibration, fits in great with your purpose, great with your life. You just can't say, oh, just because she young, you know what I'm saying, you can't, you know, connect with a younger woman. You know, we've seen that a lot of times, especially with some of our, you know, ancestors, you know, that may have, married or got with someone that was younger than them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's happened a lot where, you know, your grandfather may have, you know, really wanted, you know, your grandmother who was probably 3 years younger than him, 5 years younger than him. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it worked perfectly. You know, that, who's to say that can't happen to you? That happens a lot. You know, so again, you know, a lot of these women gonna want you at the finish line. A lot of these women gonna want you to come rescue them, you know, when they wouldn't even give you a shot. They wasn't even willing to grow with you. They wasn't even willing to grow with you and even give you a chance. They didn't even give you the opportunity to showcase your potential. That's what you gotta understand. A lot of these women wouldn't even give you the opportunity to showcase your potential. You just immediately got shot down and shunned out. You know what I mean? Called the lame, disrespected. You know what I mean? Turned down. So, like I always tell you, you just gotta keep that same energy moving forward, bro. You just gotta keep that same energy and stay focused. You know, the main focus is not going out there trying to find anything, really. You know, just put in all the work you need to on yourself so you could attract the right person. And when you have these values and things set up for yourself, listen, bro, you're not gonna settle for that. You're gonna be able to recognize what these women are after, what they want anyways. You know, and that's what you want. When you watching porn and all that shit, you blinded by lust and all of that shit, you're not gonna see the red flags. You know what I mean? So you gonna let these women just jump right back into your life, respond to your DMs, 5 years later and shit. You know what I mean? Use what they used to have in order to get you. You let them reel you in with who they used to be. So you're not gonna pay attention to none of the shit that she's done or been through. You know what I mean? None of the toxic shit that her mind is corrupted with now. You know, the DNA that's been inside of her. You know, that still sits in the back of her mind, in the back of her uterus and all of that shit. You know what I mean? You can say I sound ridiculous all you want, but that DNA shit don't really go nowhere. That shit is imprinted on a lot of these women. So at the end of the day, bro, it's like, yo, you just got to be careful of women with this whole type of mentality. There are really good women that may have kids and all that shit, learn from their mistakes and are fully healed. If you gon' be out there and pursue something like that, you got to make sure these women are healed. First and foremost, bro. Because a lot of these women are still broken. They have ulterior motives. They looking to be saved and all of that shit. They don't know who they are themselves. And listen, anytime you dealing with women like that, they not looking to build with you. They coming to destroy. You know what I mean? They coming to destroy, whether intentionally or not intentional. You know what I'm saying? Either way, when they come with that type of energy, they can destroy a whole kingdom. They could destroy you if you let them into your vibration, if you let them into your energy. So just be careful of that shit. I'm not, ragging on women that have children. You know what I'm saying? My mom had all of us, all of me and my siblings with one man. That didn't work out. And guess what? She found another man that came and saved our lives. You know what I'm saying? But my mom was going to move on regardless, and she stayed solid regardless. She never stopped raising us. She never put pressure on my stepdad because she was a real one. So that's why I say, bro, this new shit that these women come with, they way different. You know what I'm saying? My mom and them was a different type. They was a different breed. They was going to go out there and get it regardless. But these new women, bro, they ain't trying to do that. They not trying to build with you. My mom and my stepdad built together. They both worked. They both had a purpose. You know what I'm saying? They both stood on 10 toes. And I'm grateful for both of them. I love them. Love my stepdad. He ain't even my stepdad. That's my dad. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be careful these days with how these women think. They're not looking to build with you. They looking to get you at the finish line. And oftentimes they're not going to be encouraging. They're not going to have a good attitude. It's just going to be hands out and what can you do for me? And then they're going to come with that bullshit talking about they are the table when they really ain't. They looking for somebody else's table to be at. But they think just because they may have the looks, they have the bodies. You know, they have the feminine energy. They have the vaginas. You know what I'm saying? They think just because they have that they are the table and all they need to do is bring their sex. And it doesn't work like that. It don't work like that. And when you value yourself, you're not gonna allow that shit either. Fuck these orbiting ass chicks. You gotta lead them where they was at. If they was for the streets back then, they for the streets now. You don't try to change that, and don't let them make you think otherwise. Now, if they woke up, if they, know who they are now, and they giving their life to the Most High, that's cool. That's cool. I pray that everybody will be okay in these trying times. But you got to make sure that you good too. You got to protect what you building. You got to protect your energy and your vibration. You know what I'm saying? And continue to, strive for greatness, bro. And that's what it's about, striving for greatness. I hope everybody be on the same, these females too, But don't fall for these tricks that some of these chicks out here playing. You know what I mean? You gonna know the real ones. There's some real queens out there that got kids, that don't got kids, that's young, that may be older. Who gives a fuck? You gonna know a real one. A real one is a real one. Don't matter what age, don't matter if they got children or not. Just know when some of these women out here playing games, and we can't fall for them. All right? And that's my word, man. My name Jay Sinn, the Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace.
First I'ma get on my grind, then second stop wasting my time on shit less important. If ain't about money, I'm going the other direction. And third, I'ma do what I gotta to eat. Fourth, I'ma sew up the streets. Fifth, I'ma never quit dropping this heat. So as long as I'm breathing, you better get used to me. Sixth, I'ma get